Dayton, it's time to get loud. I want to hear you say it with me. This is Monster Jam. First up is the JCB Racing Competition. All 8 drivers have been seated into the bracket based on a random draw. We'll start with 8 superstars, get down to the 4 until we get to the final 2. And then we get the first 8 points towards the overall event championship here this afternoon in Dayton. So this is it. Opening ceremonies have concluded. Who's ready for JCB Racing? Coming up first, please welcome the rising star of the year. It's Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And our opponent here this afternoon from Champaign, Illinois, one of the fastest monster trucks in the world. It's Mark Hall in Raminator. First 8 points are on the line, head-to-head Chicago-style racing. Monster Mutt Dalmatian is lined up, so is Mark Hall. Let's go green! Your winner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian! Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian will move on to the JCB Racing semifinal round. For those of you at home and here inside the arena, you can keep your eyes on the big screen and we'll keep you fans up to date on the bracket. But we're going to move on to our next matchup here in round number 1 with our 2 next drivers on the track. Coming up next from Michigan, it's John Zimmer Jr. at Terminal Velocity. And his opponent, Alex Barton, in Just Get Her Done 2. 2 rising stars in Monster Jam. This is the next generation. Let's go green! Your winner is Terminal Velocity. Time for our third match of round 1. Please welcome Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon. And please welcome John Zimmer in Uproar. Looks like we're going to restage our drivers. Some problems with the staging lights, so both of our drivers will restage. Megalodon is staged, so is John Zimmer. Let's go green. Your winner is Uproar. Time for our last matchup in round number 1. Please welcome the World Finals Freestyle Champion, Tyler Menenga in Gravedigger. And on the other side of the track, it's Kurt Kramer in Hot Seat. Your winner is Gravedigger. We've made it through the first round, and now it's time to move on to the semifinals, and we're going to see our matchups. Our second matchup that we'll see here in the next few minutes will be John Zimmer and Uproar taking on Tyler Menenga and Gravedigger, and that's going to be a great matchup to see here in the semis. But first, on the track now, we're going to see Jamie Sullivan and Monster Dalmatian taking on John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
This is the Monster Jam Racing semifinals. The fastest 4 trucks have made it to this point, and the winners of these next 2 races will make it to the Monster Jam Racing final, where the winner will claim the first 8 points of the day. Dayton, who's ready for more Monster Jam Racing?
It's now time for the semifinals. We're going to bring them to the starting line. This is going to be a great matchup. 2 incredible racers starting off in the semis. Only one can go to the finals. Who's going to go? Let's find out. We're going to need a replay. We're going to go to the Super Glue to the Action replay. This was close. Your winner is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. It's now time for our second semifinal matchup. John Zimmer and Uproar taking on Tyler Menenga and Gravedigger. Another fantastic matchup. Both drivers coming to the line. Tyler Menenga, Gravedigger, multiple racing wins this year in 2024. Who's going to go to the finals? Let's go green. Your winner is Gravedigger.
It's time for the Monster Jam Racing Final. The winner of this race will earn the first 8 points of the event and will take the #1 spot on the BKT Overall Event Championship leaderboard. Dayton, are you ready to meet your racing final contenders?
First up from Michigan, please welcome John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. And on the other side of the track, your reigning Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Champion, it's Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. 21-4 is Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger in the racing finals this year. John Zimmer Jr. has only made it 4 times this year with 2 wins. Who's going to get those first 8 points? It's showtime! Your winner, Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger with those first 8 points towards the overall event championship here in Dayton. That is how you get it started. That is what you need to really make sure you set yourself apart and set the bar, because here's the thing. That was his 38th racing win. That was his 38th racing win here in Monster Jam this year. And now it sets him up high, coming out next for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Because if John Zimmer Jr. would have won that race, that also set John Zimmer up high. So now Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger is sitting at the top of the mountain, and he really just needs to keep that momentum going to win the overall event championship. An incredible start. Make some noise one more time for your racing winner.
Tyler, congratulations on racing win number 38. Talk to us about how you crossed that finish line first.
Yeah, you know what? This is probably the worst rutted up track that I've driven on all year, man. I'll tell you right now, that was a challenge, and I didn't have it easy either. John Zimmer Jr. is on fire out here. So this one feels awesome. Dayton, we're just getting started, though. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam?
These fans are loving the action, and there's a lot more coming their way. Next up is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. This is a big floor, which means big opportunity.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to go out of the box and do a little unconventional trick out here for you guys, but I can promise you one thing. The louder you guys get, the harder I'm going to drive this black and green wrecking machine. So Dayton, Ohio, let me hear ya!
Let's take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard right now. We're going to see Gravedigger's Tyler Menninga has 8 points, followed by Terminal Velocity John Zimmer Jr. with 7, Monster Mutt Dalmatia with 4, and Uproar with 4. Now, fans, it's still anybody's game as we're going to get ready to go into the next competition here in a moment, which will be the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each driver's going to have 2 attempts at their best moves on 2 wheels. And some of the moves you want to be looking for are stoppies, poppers. That's where they get on the side of the track, and he actually saw a tiny bit of a preview from Tyler. He popped the truck on the side a little bit. Bicycles. So the one thing I want to clarify on bicycles, when I say that was a bicycle, that's the hardest trick in Monster Jam to do. So make sure you're taking into consideration for every driver out here. If they perform a bicycle, it's the hardest trick to do in our sport. And then last but not least, the moonwalk. Now, how do I describe a moonwalk? I'm going to sound very old in my age when I say this, but if you put the truck up on the nose and you walk it back and forth like a Michael Jackson, that's literally what a moonwalk is in Monster Jam. Now, before we get there, though, we're going to have some fun here, and I have this young Monster Jam fan here, and here's what we're going to do. You know, we just saw the racing competition just a second ago? Well, guess what? Now it's your turn to help me race, okay? But we don't have to go down there and do it. We're going to do it from right here. So you see that screen up there? Let's look at the big screen here. And you're going to see 3 trucks, okay? You got 3 trucks up there. There's El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, or Megalodon. If you had to choose a truck right now, any of these trucks to win this race, which truck would you choose?
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger? All right, that's a great choice. Now, all of you in the arena here can choose your favorite truck as well. So here we go. El Toro Loco is ready. Gravedigger is ready. And Megalodon is ready. Here we go. Hey, Gravedigger's off to a great start. Oh, El Toro Loco, Megalodon catching up here. Up, Gravedigger. Is it? Hey, Gravedigger won. Nice job. Very nice job. And for getting that right, not getting that right, but like Jack choosing a great competitor, I'm going to send you home with this Gravedigger Monster Jam Truck and Plows plushie. Great job. And we got more coming up with the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Coming out next, it's time for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. We've talked about the moves, and we've talked about what you're going to be looking for in this competition. But Casey, why am I instructing these fans to look out for certain things? What are they going to be doing here this afternoon for the fans that just joined us, too?
Well, Matt, this is our fans' first opportunity to score our superstars in the 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Remember, this is so easy. We want everybody to get those smartphones out. Head to judgeszone.com. You enter the scoring code. It's DAY for Dayton. Makes it nice and easy to remember. And then after every competitor in this next competition, you have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. You just slide the BKT tire to the score you think that driver earned and press submit. You help us determine the winner of this competition, which ultimately will end up leading towards the overall event championship. So our drivers are counting on you to score accurately and fairly at judgeszone.com. But Dayton, it's time for a little bit more action. Who's ready for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge?
Coming up first, it's Mark Hall in a Raminator. Well, Casey, you know, you're a pit reporter at Monster Jam, but hey, my instincts there, that seems like Mark Hall just lost the transmission. Can you give us some of your behind-the-scenes thoughts here?
That's what I was hearing as well, Matt. We're, of course, going to have them check out that truck, see what's going on with the Raminator truck. It has fired and it has started.
But the truck is not moving, so that's a sign that he's lost gear. That's an interesting development, Casey, on that Monster Jam truck.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll head to the back in the pits during halftime to go find out what's going on with the Raminator truck. However, scoring is now open. Let's give it up one more time for Mark Hall in Raminator. He locked in one attempt out there on the track, which means we still need a score for that run. So remember, folks, this is where you come in. We want you to help us determine what kind of score is that going to land Raminator. Where is he going to set the bar in the 2-Wheel Skills Challenge? And you can do that at judgeszone.com. After every single competitor, tell us what you think. Those scores are now locked.
Those scores are locked in, so let's take a look at it on the big screen and see what you fans thought. And you know, it's a tough score. There's not much you can do. It's a 2.433 here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. But we still have many more trucks to go. Coming up next, it's Alex Barton. It just get her done too.
Two very successful attempts for Alex Barton, and just get her done too. Scoring is now open. Two great successful attempts out there on the track. Take a look at the video board. You'll see he has such control over that 12,000-pound vehicle, balancing it on the nose, walking it all the way back up on the ramp, and landing on all four tires. What kind of score is that gonna land? Just get her done too, folks. You are the ones to find out, and the scores are locked.
Let's take a look at the big screen and see what the score is going to be. It's a good score. It's a 7.697 for Just Get Her Done too. That is your new leader and new score to beat. Up next, it's Michaela Tolochka in a Megalodon. She still has one more attempt remaining. The truck is shut down. She is refiring.
And that is going to do it for Michaela Tolochka, Megalodon. 20 seconds starts now to lock in those scores. Tell us what you think. Is that going to be enough to take the lead? Check out that video replay. A successful popper. She uses the 8-pack to be able to pop the back end of the truck up onto the nose and balances it there on top of the pod. What a skill. Here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, scoring is closed.
Let's take a look. Your score to beat right now is Just Get Her Done 2 with a 7.697. The score for Megalodon is... it's a 6.855. That'll currently put her in second place. Let's see if you can wash away this competition. It's Kurt Kramer in the hot seat.
folks, let's hear it one more time for Kurt Kramer, Hot Seat. You know the drill. If you haven't started in fan scoring, it is not too late. Join us now. We still have about half of the skills challenge left to go. Judgeszone.com on your internet browser is where you head to. Scoring code DAY. Slide that BKT tire to the score that you think Hot Seat has earned with that run and press submit. We're going to find out where that is going to land him in the skills challenge. Scoring is closed.
Let's take it straight to the board and see the score. 2.582 for Kurt Kramer in Hot Seat. Up next, it's Tyler Menninga in a Gravedigger.
For Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. What a run, ladies and gentlemen. Check out that video replay. Riding the bicycle into a sidewall donut and then on one wheel as he pulls the truck forward towards the pod. Lock in those scores. Is that enough to be our new leader here in this competition? You are the ones to decide. And there he is. Show him some love. Scoring is closed.
Score to beat, just get her done too with a 7.697. And the score for Tyler Menninga, oh, who am I kidding? Let's just bring up the score. Your new leader, new score to beat is Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. But this man can definitely take him down. You need to score based on skill and skill alone, not favoritism, Austrian fans, because this guy is John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. So for you fans to know something, that attempt you just saw there, that was the same exact second attempt as Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. So compare those two. We still have one more attempt remaining.
Back-to-back incredible attempts. Let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr. Terminal Velocity. What a run, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. Look at the control that John Zimmer Jr. has over that truck, literally balancing it on those side two tires, bringing it back on all four for both attempts. There he is. Show him some love and lock in those scores on your smartphones. Let's find out if it's enough to take the lead.
2 good runs. Let's see the score. 7.510 for John Zimmer Jr. terminal velocity. Up next, it's his father, John Zimmer, in uproar. Let's hear it for John Zimmer in uproar. That second attempt on the nose, he ripped off the hood here in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge to get your scores locked in. Had some problems on that first attempt. I feel like this dirt, you know, it's just withering away a little bit, so these drivers having problems getting some traction here in this competition. Now, it may not put them in the top spot, but you want to be towards the top. Scores are locked in. Then we're going to go straight to the board and see what you thought. Hey, 8.127, that will put him in second place. One more truck to go. Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Scoring is open for your last competitor, Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. That second attempt especially, the control where she brought it back up, the truck did a little bit of a pirouette and brought it back down. That is incredible control by a Monster Jam driver. An outstanding job. Now, will it be enough to beat your winner? Your scores are locked in. Your score to beat is Gravedigger with a 9.246. The score from Monster Mutt Dalmatian is your winner is Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Her 10th Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge win of the season.
A huge congratulations, Jamie. I know that this is a big weekend for you, and it's got to feel good claiming a victory here in your last weekend of Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Oh, this is so awesome. I heard all you guys screaming out there after the first one, so I knew I had to come out here and do something cool on the second. But you know what? Being right here, where home is, we're at the UNOH. I'm super pumped for it. We got so many different people from UNOH out here, so super awesome.
And coming up after halftime, we've got a lot more action coming their way, including the donut competition. Talk to us about how you're going to approach that competition. I know you love Monster Jam donuts.
You know, this track is very tricky, of course, because this track is running up pretty good. But you know what? This puppy loves to chase its tail, so I'm super pumped for it. But guys, are you guys ready for the donut competition?
We've seen a lot of great action so far. There's still so much more to come. Right now, we're going to take a short break with our halftime. During this brief break, you head to the official Monster Jam merchandise stands for all that great gear. We'll be right back with more Monster Jam. But right now, it's halftime. Because it is time for the high fly thrills of Freestyle Motocross. Now, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam, you know. And I mean it when I talk about this rule. The louder you cheer, the more energy you give us, the higher they're going to fly, and the more tricks you're going to see. So Dayton, now is the time to get real loud for your Freestyle Motocross team. Here we go with Nick Desmond. Coming up next is Kenny Haskell. Here we go with Christian Martinez. And last but not least, Scott Murray. Keep that energy up, Monster Jam fans. Nick Desmond once again. 27 years old. Kenny Haskell, longtime freestyle motocross rider. Christian Martinez, 20 years riding freestyle motocross. It's Scott Murray, also a longtime freestyle motocross superstar. You know, some of these riders, that's what we call these the warm-up tricks here because, you know, they go up, they don't quite feel it when they're on the ramp. So that's why we give them a couple warm-up tricks when they're out here in Monster Jam. Christian Martinez, little rock-solid action. Scott Murray with the backflip. Christian Martinez also with a backflip. Dayton, come on, let me hear you make some noise for a freestyle motocross team. Coming up next is going to be the best trick competition. Each of our riders are going to come out here one at a time, and they're going to be performing their best trick. and you, the fans, are going to help us score at judgeszone.com. You'll have 20 seconds after the completion of each rider does their trick to get your scores locked in. So, gentlemen, are you guys ready? Dayton, are you ready for the best trick competition? Coming up first is Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond's going to hit the track. Now pay real close attention, Dayton, because you're in charge. You're in charge of what we're going to see out here. Here we go. So, Dayton, now is your opportunity. Now is your chance to get your scores locked in at judgeszone.com. And I know you're all capable of doing it, okay? You're all capable of doing it. And, you know, the one thing I want to just commend with our freestyle motocross riders here, you know, yes, we see our Monster Jam drivers come out here and they do incredible things. But just think about this gap they got to go from one ramp to the other. Not just the physical preparation they need, but the mental preparation they need. The scores are locked in. Let's take a look at the big screen and see what you fans thought of that run here in this competition. It's a 7.836 for Nick Desmond. But we're just getting started. Coming up next, Mr. Kenny Haskell is ready to hit the track. Let's get it going. Let's see what's going to happen. Kenny Haskell. Let's see what he's got. Dean, how about it? Let's give it up and make some love, show some love for Kenny Haskell here in the best trick competition. Now, again, this comes down to personal preference. Dayton, personal preference here at Monster Jam. Did you like Kenny Haskell's trick better, or did you like Nick Desmond's trick better? That's what we want to find out. Your scores are locked in. We're going to go straight to the big screen. It's a 7.185. That'll put him currently in the second place spot. Nick Desmond is still your score to beat. We still have two more riders to go. Christian Martinez, sir, you are up next here in the best trick competition. "20 years riding freestyle motocross, 8 years riding with Monster Jam." He's done a lot of international, too. See what he's got. Pulling out the backflip, Christian Martinez. Get your scores in at judgeszone.com for the FMX Best Trick competition. Again, going from one side of the arena to the other and knowing exactly when to lift that bike and lift it all the way around, upside down, and make sure you land perfectly on that bag. Scores are locked. Let's see if it's enough for Christian to take the lead. And it is. It's an 8.498 here in the best trick competition. But we're not done yet. One more rider to go. I've seen this man win many best trick competitions. Scott Murray is up next. Been riding professionally for 22 years. Scott Murray, 22 years riding professionally. Now, will he have enough to be the best trick and be your winner? Let's find out. Christian just put his arms up like, what? Get those scores locked in for Scott Murray. Check out that super glued to the action replay. incredible. All the way upside down, all the way around, and then just as, let me just take my feet off the bike here. All right, scores are locked in. Your score to beat is Christian Martinez with an 8.498. The score for Scott Murray is your winner of the best trick competition is Scott Murray. But do you guys want to be done, or you guys want to do some more? You guys want some more? You guys want some more? Well, you're going to get some more freestyle motocross. The louder you keep that energy going, Dayton, the more you're going to see. This is called our Monster Jam Train. Now, what is going to happen here, there's all going to line up together. And they are going to go back to back to back to back. So let's all jump on board. And let me hear you get loud. A little bit of a whip train from our FMX riders. So, how about it, guys? Do you guys want to see another one? You want to see another freestyle motocross train? Incredible. But how about it, Dayton? Do you want to see these riders one more time? Here we go. Let's give it up one more time for Nick Desmond, Kenny Haskell, Christian Martinez, and your bench trick winner, Scott Murray, your freestyle motocross team. We're going to talk to our best trick winner, Scott Murray. We're going to let him get his helmet off here. How about that, Dave? Make some noise for Scott Murray, your best trick winner. Scott, watching sometimes each and every week, been on the road with these guys, it's like we saw a backflip, and then we see another backflip, so it's like, all right, which one did you like a little bit better? But you just come out here and say, I got to do a little bit more with this backflip here, adding some style. Incredible job, Matt. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. It's just what a blessing to come out here and be able to throw down with your friends in front of a great crowd here in Dayton, Ohio. I always love coming to Dayton. The building is fantastic. The people get loud. It's just a great time.
With Monster Jam, a lot of fans say they want to be Monster Jam truck drivers one day. But they also say after they see you guys, man, that's so cool. I would love to do that one day. If you could give any advice to the kids here in the stands that would love to do what you guys do one day, what would that be, Scott?
Start small. We didn't just come out and start throwing big jumps and big tricks straight out of the gate. I've been doing this 22 years now. I've been riding a dirt bike since I was about 7 years old. Motorized stuff, and just start small. Get you some pads, get some knee pads, elbow pads. And parents, it's so important to pad them up because if they hit, they're going to hit the ground. And you want to be able to jump back up and get after it again instead of getting hurt.
Absolutely. One last question, and I'll let you go ahead and go relax for a couple minutes here before our next live event. We still have 2 more to go. You going to plan on taking this whole thing this all weekend?
I hope so. These guys are always bringing the competition. Riding with Christian and Kenny and Nick, it's always stiff competition with these guys. But hopefully I can get a little better extension than I did today. I had to shake the cobwebs out here this morning. It's the first run of the day. So we'll see how the next run goes and, take it as it comes. So I just want to thank good Lord Jesus Christ for keeping us safe out here today. And I just invite each one of you to come back and hope you will. So thanks for coming out and enjoy the rest of the show.
Fans, give it up one more time. Your best trick winner, Scott Murray.
for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. He is starting us off here in the donut competition. So just like the two-wheel skills challenge, folks, you determine the winner of this competition, and you can do so at judgeszone.com. Check out that video replay. Where is he going to set the bar? Here in donuts, you are the ones to decide. You've got just a few more seconds to lock those scores in. Scoring is closed.
Let's take a look at the screen and see where the score is going to land. It's a good score. It's an 8.002 for Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. But we're just getting started. Coming up next, ladies, make some noise for Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon.
Gentlemen, Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. You know the drill. The clock has started. Lock in those scores. Some steady donuts out here for one of our ladies of Monster Jam down there on the track. Just about 5 more seconds to tell us what you think. If you have not joined in for fan scoring, it is not too late. You help us determine the winner of donuts, and scoring is closed.
She had the steering wheel out the window too during that run, and a very nice job. Score to beat is Gravedigger with an 8.002. The score for Megalodon is, it's an 8.147. She'll take that lead. It'll be a new score to beat here in this competition. Well, this is an interesting development here. We're just getting word right now that Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger's truck will not fire. So we're going to have to bring our dirt squad out to the track, and they're going to have to, unfortunately, remove Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger from the track. Now, here's the interesting thing is that we don't have a ton of time for Gravedigger's Tyler Menninga because Freestyle is going to be coming up next. But we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But I'm going to throw it down to Casey, who's standing by with a Monster Jam fan.
We love our Monster Jam fans. I'm here at the bottom of section 202 with one of our greatest fans in the house. What's your name?
Connor.
We got Connor in the house. He's rocking a Megalodon mask, and he's going to be playing the Cup Shuffle game with us. And, of course, we want you guys to get involved with us, too. So, Connor, let's go ahead and take a look at the video board, and you're going to try to guess under what helmet is the trophy. Things are going to get a little bit wild. It starts out easy, but then it starts moving around. Take a look at the trophy. It looks like it's under number 3 now, but it's going to start moving a little bit faster. Do you guys still have your eyes on it? It's still going. Okay, folks, what do you think it is? Shout out the answer. All right, Connor, what's your guess? Is it under number 1, number 2, or number 3?
Number 3.
Okay, he's going to go with number 3. Let's take a look at the video board and find out if he is correct. Not number 1. Not number 3. Instead, it's under number 2. But Connor, you are a superstar. You are a rock star. And for playing with us here today, you're going to be taking home 2 free appetizers from Texas Roadhouse. Everybody loves Texas Roadhouse, and we are so proud to partner with Texas Roadhouse here this evening. Congratulations, Connor. High five, my guy. Up top. Nice. And folks, we're going to get back to the Monster Jam action here in just a few moments. More Monster Jam donuts coming your way.
Tyler Menninger, Gravedigger fans, we will keep you up to date here in the competitions, whether Tyler Menninger can make it back for freestyle. This is going to hurt him real bad towards the overall bet championship if he can't make it back in this competition. But we're going to keep rolling. Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2 is up next.
Put those hands together for Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2. Tell us what you think on your smartphones, judgeszone.com. We've heard the drivers talking all day about how this track tends to get a little bit ruddy, and you can see that in this run. See how the donuts are a little bit choppy, they're a little bit bumpy, and that's because of the dirt, because the dirt is ruddy out there. So Just Get Her Done 2 trying to find that sweet spot where he could get some speed, but nonetheless, a fantastic run, and those scores are locked.
Scores are in. Let's take a look. 6-5-0-0 for Just Get Her Done 2. But we still have more trucks to go. Up next, it's John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
What a run! Let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Getting some nice speed in those donuts, whipping that truck around out there on the track. Check out that video replay. Some nice looking donuts out here for Terminal Velocity. A few more seconds to lock in those scores. Will that be enough to take the lead in this competition? Let's find out. Scores are locked.
Let's find out your score to beat. Is Megalodon with an 8.147. The score for Terminal Velocity is great score, 8.839 for John Zimmer Jr. Coming up next is Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Put those hands together for Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Digging through the dirt on those donuts. There she is. Show her some love. And be sure to tell us what you think. Lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. If this is your first time scoring, remember scoring code DAY for Dayton. Slide that BKT tire to the score you think Monster Mutt Dalmatian has that earned, and let's find out what you thought.
Is it enough? Let's find out. Oh, so close. 8.790. That'll currently put her in second place. Up next, it's Kurt Kramer in a hot seat.
Let's hear it one more time for Kurt Kramer, Hotsy. Lock in those scores now at judgeszone.com. That's a nice looking run for Hotsy out there on the track. Just about 10 more seconds to tell us what you think at judgeszone.com. Use that video replay as a tool if you need a little reminder when you're locking in those scores on your smartphones. Is that going to be enough to take the lead? Scores are locked.
Kurt Kramer and Hotsy. It's a great run. Let's see where it places him in this competition. It's a good score. It's an 8.066. A lot of 8s here in Monster Jam Donuts. Here we go with Uproar, John Zimmer. Well, that's a tough break for John Zimmer in Uproar. Get your scores locked in. Trying to find that right spot here in this competition is John Zimmer in Uproar. Because when you're going around, there's an exposure of concrete. If you see on the floor, there's some concrete exposure. He was trying to land it in that spot so it'll wash everything else away around him. And then he would have got some incredible donuts. Scores are locked. Let's take a look. It's probably, unfortunately, not going to be a lot here in this competition. It's a 5, 6, 9, 7. Tough break for John Zimmer in Uproar. We have one more truck left to compete. Let's see if we can bring the Hemi horsepower. Coming up next, it's Mark Hall, Raminator. Probably the fastest donuts of the afternoon. Mark Hall and the Raminator showing all that horsepower. And again, that's what we want you to score on. Wow factor, revolution, speed. All of these things are the things we want you to score on at judgeszone.com. So make sure you're getting your scores locked in. Mark Hall and Raminator, your scores are in. Let's take a look and see. Because your score to beat is terminal velocity with an 8.839. The score for Mark Hall and Raminator is your winner, Mark Hall, Raminator. His third career donut victory, Mark Hall, for this year, sorry, not his career. His third this year of his career in 2024. Very nice job of Mark Hall in Raminator. He's going to get out of that truck, and again, you know, it's taking a helmet off, taking a Hans device off, taking off the gloves. A lot of things to take off to get out of that Monster Jam truck. Casey will be standing by with Mark Hall and Raminator. But fans, I actually want to give you an update about one of our Monster Jam trucks. We don't have an update about Gravedigger yet. We have an update on Just Get Her Done 2. Just Get Her Done 2, Alex Barton has a broken third member, and they're trying to get that ready for that truck to come back out here for freestyle. So it might not be 100%, but they are going to do their best. He's out of that truck, Monster Jam fans. Make some noise for Mark Hall in the Raminator.
Mark, a huge congratulations on your third donut win of the year. You were whipping those donuts out here on the track.
You know, sometimes you know, I didn't know what was going to get there because we lost in my two-wheel skills there. I kind of lost the transmission there, so we kind of made some adjustments there and was hoping we could get through. But, you know, sometimes going last, sometimes that can work to your advantage and sometimes it doesn't, you know. But, you know, track gets kind of chewed up. But tonight, obviously, or today, it obviously worked in our advantage. Our big ram ran strong. Fellas did a good job back in the shop getting it ready to go for us.
I know you've got an amazing team behind you, but I want to talk about the truck a little bit. Are you feeling confident? Is it ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
I believe so. I think we can come out here. Of course, we got some of the best freestylers in the business here, man. There's some really good talent back there. So we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully this win kind of make up for our two-wheel skills blunder there. So hopefully get us back in there maybe and try to get a top half finish. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be pretty proud of that.
Well, a huge congratulations on those 8 points towards the overall event victory. Folks, let's hear it for your donut competition winner, Mark Hall, Raminator.
Let's take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard. Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger right now has 18 points. Monster Mutt Dalmatian with 18. And Terminal Velocity with 18. Wow, this is close. Like, I mean, it's tied. Like, that's how close it is. It's tied. It's anybody's game going into the freestyle competition. And that's coming up next. Monster Jam Freestyle will be coming up next. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Well, actually, no, we're going to talk about it right now here before we get to freestyle competition. So, each driver is going to come out here, and they're going to have 75 seconds to turn in the most spectacular freestyle performance. Now, you want to see them use all the obstacles, have creativity, something cool, something awesome, some incredible wow factor, some technical moves and combinations. And fans, there's one more thing that is important. You must judge the scores based on skill and skill alone in this competition, not by favoritism or your favorite truck or if they did one cool move. You got to judge the whole run from start to finish because we are getting ready to crown our champion. That's all coming up next here with Monster Jam. So before we get freestyle started here, I want all of you fans to take a look at the big screen. And we've done individual games, but now we're going to do one together. This is the puzzle. Solve the puzzle. And let's see if you fans can figure out which Monster Jam truck this is. Let me hear some choices. Let me hear ya. I think I have heard what you fans have said, and it is indeed the black and green wrecking machine. It is Gravedigger. It's a very nice job to you Monster Jam fans that have guessed it here today. Don't forget, if you're taking pictures or taking videos here today, make sure you use the hashtag MonsterJam on all your social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Use that hashtag MonsterJam on all your social media platforms.
Well, this is the competition that so many of you have come here for. It is Monster Jam Freestyle, and we want you to help us kick it off. So we want everybody in the house to turn on those lights on your cell phone, hold them high up in the air. Let's see, there we go. I see all those lights lighting up the house. And follow my lead. Up, down, up. Follow the beat. There we go. Great job, guys. Keep it going. This is the pinnacle of Monster Jam. It is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer in a hot seat. A nice start, very nice start for Kurt Kramer. Hot seat coming out here. He did hit all the obstacles, had some nice momentum and really kept it going. So he's going to set that bar and set the score to beat here in the freestyle competition. Remember, keep your scores in mind when you're looking at all that judging criteria. Keep your scores in mind at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked. Let's take a look and see what you thought of a hot seat. 6.146 in the freestyle competition. Megalodon is up next.
Let's hear it for Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Lock in those scores. What a wild freestyle, using all the different obstacles out there on that center pod. Nice momentum, nice speed. Tell us what you think. Scoring is open, and you determine the winner of the competition. So many of you have come here to see here today, Monster Jam Freestyle. She's waiting for the score. She's giving us the thumbs up and the hearts out there. Show her some love, and let's find out what you thought.
Let's take a look at the board and see what the score is going to be. 8-0-2-0, your new leader and new score to beat. Mark Hall and Raminator, your donut winner, is ready to hit the track.
And that'll do it. Scoring is open. Let's hear it for Mark Hall, Raminator. 20 seconds to tell us what you think. Mark said at the end of the donut competition that he felt confident in the adjustments that his crew and technicians did on that truck, and it certainly paid off. A good-looking freestyle out here for Raminator, was able to fill the clock, use all those different obstacles, and keep up that speed. Scoring is closed.
Mark Hall and Raminator, a very nice run. Let's check out the score. 6-8-5-7 here in the freestyle competition. Coming up next, Alex Barton, just get her done too.
Put those hands together one more time for Alex Barden. Just get her done, too. Tell us what you think. Judgeszone.com. We're just about halfway through the freestyle competition. We got word that there may have been some issues on the third member on that truck. Seeing if we can get some more details about that, but the truck sounded and looked like it was running nice out there on the track, and he did fill the clock with his freestyle run. We're going to find out what you thought. Those scores are locked.
Scores are locked. As Casey just said, so let's just go straight to the board. 7-0-2-4 here in this competition. We still have more Monster Jam to go. Let's continue on with John Zimmer and Uproar. John Zimmer and Uproar is out of the track, but you can see Just Get Her Done 2 still out there. Casey, third member change earlier in Monster Jam. You know, it's not an easy task, and it looks like they got it done so quickly out there. Can you explain to Monster Jam fans like exactly what the third member switch is?
Yeah, the third member is one of the more challenging components to access, because if you look at the truck right now, like if you see that shot of Uproar down there on the track, there's a whole area in the front of the truck and the back called the housing, and it literally houses all of these different components, and right in the center of the housing, that's where you find the third member. And that is where a lot of other components connect through, right? The inner axles connect to the third member. The drive shaft connects to the third member. And so in order to access it, you pretty much have to take everything else out. So this is an example of them taking everything off the front end of the truck. They take off the wheels and the hubs and the planetaries and the axles. They have to unhook the drive shaft because you have to take all of that out and off to access the third member right in the center. So Matt, we've seen this so many different times. When you see a third member swap in a show, that can take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and that's if you don't run into any other problems along the way.
And the thing is, it feels like they got this done in 15 minutes. And that's the thing. Is this a related issue? There's a great picture, Casey, that you took of a third member swap here. Like, is this the thing? Did they actually switch the third member out, or did they get it just where it needs to be to finish freestyle? Because it seems like now with what's going on, this is a different issue that's happening with this team, and they got an event to get ready for tonight.
Sure, absolutely, and this is something that we talked about earlier today, is that this is a competition of skill, but it's also a competition of the machines, of the trucks, and as we know, metal is not indestructible. These trucks get tired, and so hats off to the crew in the back that are working so hard to make today's Monster Jam possible, and like you said, Matt, we've got the best team behind us that are going to be working hard for tonight's event as well.
And we're going to have to just see what happens, Monster Jam fans. So if you want to stay up to date with this after you leave the live event today, Casey and I are going to be live around the world on YouTube 2 more times. Our event tonight will be streamed live on YouTube and tomorrow as well. So the fans that are here in attendance here in Dayton, if you want to watch more Monster Jam live from right here in Dayton, you can watch it right at home. So make sure you check that out. But it looks like we have our track cleared behind us. As I turn around and see, we're going to roll on one more freestyle with John Zimmer and Uproar. Let's continue on.
Let's hear it one more time for Uproar. Lock in those scores now at judgeszone.com. Just a few more trucks left here with Monster Jam Freestyle. Uproar finishing that run with style. The nice popper on top of the pod, bouncing the truck up on the nose. What a nice finish to a fantastic freestyle run. Scoring is locked.
Score to beat, Megalodon with an 8.020. And the score for Uproar is new leader, 8.467. Nice job. Coming up next, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Let's hear for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. A great run, start to finish, hitting every obstacle out on the track. Had the bicycle in there, just a big air, you know, greasing on the track, just laying it all on the line. Now, is it enough? Scores are locked in. Your score to beat is Uproar with an 8.461 or 8.467. The score for Terminal Velocity is your new leader and your score to beat, but we're not done. Jamie Sullivan and Monster Dalmatian is up next. Let's hear for Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. A great run. Started off with the popper. Nice moves, had the little save in there. Wrapped it up with a donut here at the end. Is it enough to put her in that top spot? Scores are locked. Your score to beat is terminal velocity with 9.164. The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is your winner of Monster Jam Freestyle and your overall event champion is Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Jamie, congratulations, throwing down a fantastic freestyle and taking home the first overall event championship of the weekend.
Oh, this is so awesome. You know, like I said, being so close to UNOH, this is so cool to be here and to, of course, get the overall event win. But it's all thanks to you fans. Of course, not the way I exactly wanted it with Gravedigger blowing an engine, but you know what, it happens. So thank you guys for coming out.
And we've got more action coming their way throughout the weekend in case our fans want to come back later on tonight. This momentum is going to be really important as we carry it into the next two events of the weekend.
Oh yeah, you know, like I said, this is my last weekend in the Monster Mutt truck, so this puppy's going to be left right here in the dirt this weekend. So y'all come out to all these other events, and we'll see you next time.
How about it, folks? Let's hear it one more time for your freestyle winner and your overall event champion, Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Congratulations to our overall event champion, Jamie Sullivan and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. On your way out, make sure you stop by the official Monster Jam merchandise stands for all that great gear, including the 2024 Monster Jam Souvenir Yearbook. Thanks to KCG, my name is Matt Isbell, and that was Monster Jam. We'll see you next time.